Hello everybody, Backyard Bullion here. Now this is a little bit of an update and correction video for my auction results for Coins of the Realm, which I put out over this last weekend. I got a few things wrong, which I'm first to admit when I do, and so I'm here to correct a few of those things. Coin of the Realm auctions have reached out to me today with some extra information about how they run their business and how they promote their auctions, and also most importantly about their fee structure as well, because that was one of the big things that I actually made an assumption about, that the VAT was added on top of that, which is not the case. So we're going to go through some of these corrections, and I actually want to go through again some of the bits that I talked about in that original video, because I'm not proud of the first video, which is why it's no longer public on YouTube. It was a little bit rushed, and so with a little bit of hindsight, I feel like I can do a little bit of a better job summarizing some of the things that have happened from this auction. And to combine that with some of the information that Coins of the Realm has sent me about how they operate as a business and how they operate these auctions, I think this is going to be a little bit more of an informative video for everybody around. So let's go first up with the big assumption that I made, which was that the VAT charge is on top of this 10% hammer price. That's an assumption that I made based on all pretty much other auction houses. They do that. That's, whether it's a whiskey auction or, a big heritage coin auction, that seems to be the norm. And I was wrong in that assumption. Coins of the Realm auction operate under a VAT margin scheme, so they only charge the VAT on their profits, and that's built into this 10% hammer price. They've also said that a lot of the time they will offer discounts for sellers who are looking to get into the market. They want to separate themselves from these big auction houses and some of their competitors alike as well. So to have this 10% maximum is what they're saying is, to be clarified, that is the 10% for the seller, which I think is really good. They're still at the 0% buyer's premium as well, which is also very good to separate them. They also do have discounts available for Silver Forum members. They're a big sort of subscriber to various different social media platforms, and they do a lot of promotion work as well. So all things told, 10% is a maximum, and often it can be lower than that, which is great to hear. So actually, compared with some other auction houses, it can save 4, 5, 6, 7% sometimes, which is a massive amount, certainly when you're looking at some of these bigger coins at the higher ticket value. So great to know, and thanks very much Coins of the Realm for reaching out and clarifying that. Now, one of the things that I also was saying in the video I originally did was that there is this feeling out there by some, not necessarily directed at Coins of the Realm, but by some, that auction houses like these just plonk their coins up and do a little bit of marketing and hope that people come along. And one of the bits of feedback that I levied was that sometimes there are people who feel that that's not the best value out of these. Their platforms are not bringing in the best buyers. That was born of, I guess, part of the previous auction results of another coin auction where a gold coin, 5-ounce gold coin, basically got spot price. And after fees, the seller would have got more if he just scrapped it for the metal value. What Coins of the Realm have reached out to me to say is that they do an awful lot of work on social media, Instagram, various different paid adverts as well, for specialist coin catalogs, the Sphinx catalog, numisbids, and other coin brochures as well, promoting their auctions. It's really good to hear that they are going above and beyond to get as many buyers interested as possible. And so hopefully, we can see here that they are actually working very hard for bringing in the customers. But they're also ones to look to try and protect their sellers as well, which I think is a really good thing. So the main criticism that I levied about the whole auction was that there were a lot of past auctions. So past here means that there was a reserve and it was not met. Now, I'm going to stand by some of my original feedback there, that it does suggest that there is this kind of lackluster buyer market combined with some very optimistic sellers where they're putting a reserve in, which is, let's face it, potentially optimistic, which is why a buyer didn't look to buy it. So I'm going to stand by that as feedback. But what is really good to know is that Coins of the Realm don't charge a reserve fee, and they don't charge for unsold lots, which is great. And there's no minimum lot charge as well. So even if you've just got one coin that you're selling through their auctions, I believe there's no charges for that, which is really great to see and know. So it's a good thing and a bad thing to have the reserves there. And I guess it's down to whether or not the seller individually wants to try and actually sell something and release those funds, or whether they're just chancing the market. And from my perspective as a both buyer and seller. I think it's important to have that protection as a seller, but also to understand that an auction is there to sell coins. It's not there to just have coins up for show to make the most return for any individual person. It's, you put coins in an auction because you want to sell them. That's my feedback, I guess. So it's down to whether or not the reserves there are researched, are actually kind of a good idea to have for each individual coin. And that's, of course, going to be down to the legwork that has to be put in by Coins of the Realm auction and other auction houses as well that offer these. What was also good to know is they actually gave me some statistics here. So there were just over 50% of the auctions that they had, or coins in this last auction, were sold, even though most of them had reserves. And they were actually they said it was actually quite good that the volume they had sold at that level. I think they were aware that there were some optimistic reserve points, but even so, they exceeded their own expectations for how many lots actually went. And certainly when you look back and you think about some of the results from a previous coin auction where, as I said, 5-ounce proof gold coins going for spot price essentially, that's a great thing to have those reserves in. So that's where we are. So I think that's pretty much all I have to say on this. There were, as I said in the original video, there were some great results for the proof sovereigns and also other sovereigns out there as well. Some really nice coins that were getting some good returns. And when you factor in some of the reduced rates that are being charged there, instead of the 10% plus VAT, it's just flat 10%, or perhaps even less if you are consigning with a discount. And there's some really good results to be had from here. So really, really good to hear from Coins of the Realm directly. They've got more auctions that are coming up, I think, in the future. In fact, we just go back to, I don't think we are, so they're building the next catalog, but they've already said to me that they've got some really interesting coins coming up. And when that catalog goes live, I think what we'll do is we'll actually do a video having a look before the auction goes out as well, and then we'll do a review after. I do like doing these videos. I think they're really important for me as a seller one day of these type of coins. It's giving me great information of where potentially the best place to sell would be. And as a buyer potentially as well, it's really interesting to know where I might be able to pick up some great deals. So sometimes it can be pretty difficult to get all of the facts and figures right as a content creator, and I can, as I said, only apologize for some of the assumptions that I made based on the fee structures, and we've set the record straight now. So I'll be the first to admit when I get something wrong, and I got this bit here wrong. So there we are. Go and check out Coins of the Realm. They're a great company, and they've been very good about reaching out and getting this record set straight. So fantastic. That's it from me. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you on the next one. As always, please make sure that you like, share, comment, and subscribe for more.